The air crackled with anticipation. Thousands had gathered. It was a sea of red hats and American flags. A Trump rally in its purest form, but this one, held just outside Scranton, Pennsylvania, took a turn. A comedian, Tony Hinchcliffe, took the stage. His act? A blistering routine that targeted Puerto Ricans, Jews, and other minority groups. Laughter mixed with gasps. This wasn't the usual stump speech. This was something different, something raw, and it has ignited a firestorm of controversy. The rally, intended to bolster support for Trump in the crucial swing state, now faces accusations of fostering division and hate. Hinchcliffe's jokes, laced with stereotypes and inflammatory language, have become a flashpoint. Did he go too far? Or is this just another example of politically correct culture gone too far? One thing is certain, this controversy is far from over. Hinchcliffe, known for his dark and often controversial comedy, didn't hold back. He joked about the devastation in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, drawing groans from some in the audience. He made light of Jewish people and their experiences during the Holocaust, eliciting audible gasps. His act, peppered with racial slurs and stereotypes, targeted various minority groups. Some attendees roared with laughter, others sat in stunned silence. Social media exploded with outrage, with many condemning the comedian's words as hate speech. The Anti-Defamation League and other organizations swiftly denounced the performance. Hinchcliffe, however, remains defiant, defending his act as free speech and accusing critics of being overly sensitive. The backlash was swift and severe. The Trump campaign, already navigating a minefield of controversies, went into damage control mode. Caroline Leavitt, a spokesperson for the campaign, issued a statement distancing themselves from Hinchcliffe's remarks. She emphasized that the comedian was not affiliated with the campaign and that his views did not reflect those of the former president. Leavitt reiterated Trump's commitment to unity and inclusivity. However, critics were quick to point out past instances where Trump himself had made inflammatory remarks about minority groups. They argued that Hinchcliffe's performance, whether officially sanctioned or not, contributed to a toxic environment of intolerance. The question remains, did the Trump campaign do enough to distance themselves from the controversy? Or did their response simply add fuel to the fire? Section 4 Allies and adversaries speak out, a divided front. The fallout from Hinchcliffe's performance has reverberated throughout the political landscape. David Urban, a prominent Trump ally and CNN commentator, defended the comedian's right to free speech. He argued that audiences should be mature enough to handle offensive humor, and that attempts to censor Hinchcliffe were an attack on the First Amendment. However, other Republicans, including Senator Rick Scott of Florida, expressed discomfort with the comedian's jokes. Scott, while acknowledging the importance of free speech, emphasized the need for responsible discourse and condemned any form of hate speech. The controversy has exposed a rift within the Republican Party, highlighting the ongoing debate over the limits of acceptable political rhetoric. Section 5. The shadow of 2020, the Puerto Rican vote looms large. This controversy comes at a pivotal moment in the 2024 election cycle. Pennsylvania, a key swing state, has a significant Puerto Rican population. Trump's handling of Hurricane Maria and his subsequent comments about Puerto Rico alienated many voters in the community. Hinchcliffe's jokes, which made light of the hurricane's devastation, have only exacerbated these tensions. The incident threatens to further alienate Puerto Rican voters, a demographic that could prove decisive in the upcoming election. Democrats have seized on the controversy, accusing Trump and his supporters of fostering a climate of hate and intolerance. The question is, how will this incident impact the election? Will it galvanize Puerto Rican voters to turn out against Trump, or will it fade into the background noise of a tumultuous campaign? Section 6. A Tale of Two Americas, Harris and Bad Bunny Counterprogram. As the controversy raged, Vice President Kamala Harris was holding an event of her own. Just miles away from the Trump rally, Harris met with community leaders and addressed a crowd of supporters. Her message stood in stark contrast to the rhetoric on display at the Trump event. Harris spoke of unity, empathy, and the importance of diversity. Adding to the chorus of condemnation was global music icon Bad Bunny. The Puerto Rican superstar took to Instagram to denounce Hinchcliffe's jokes, calling them disrespectful and unacceptable. His post, shared with millions of followers, further amplified the outrage and highlighted the pain caused by such insensitive humor. The events of this day paint two contrasting visions of America, one of division and intolerance, the other of unity and respect. The question now is, which vision will prevail? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more on this developing story and other important news.